I've put out a new EP. It's called In Monte Carlo, and I did actually write part of it in Monte Carlo, which is pretty cool. I guess it's just a follow-up from my first EP. I feel like the first EP was working through the motions, and I feel like, and this time it's a little bit different. I feel like I've grown a lot, as a songwriter and just as a person with, love and relationships. I haven't figured it out yet. It's still a mess, but it's better than it was before. I did like a little mini Euro trip situation. On the day of my birthday, I was in Monte Carlo, Monaco. Story about Monte Carlo. I've always wanted to go there. My dad had went there once when I was a kid, and he said it was the most beautiful place he ever saw. So it was a place I've always wanted to go. So I went, and it was really dope. I feel like it kind of brought the project full circle with the vibe I was trying to create. I needed to leave New York and leave where I was comfortable to kind of like get that vibe together. I think I just needed to experience more things. I feel like Amy Winehouse is a constant when I think of like artist inspiration. Bigger than that, I feel like Corinne Bailey Rae, like that album she put out, Like a Star, the care and like emotion she put into that record, it's something I kind of wanted to replicate. So yeah, I think she was also a very big influence, and yeah. I wrote Midnight in Monte Carlo all by my home seat. Production was done by this producer in New York named Lemme. He produced all of the beats on Midnight in Monte Carlo. I feel like I told him the vibe I wanted to go for, like definitely like something a little jazzier maybe than my first project. Maybe like a darker vibe. I feel like the first project was definitely lighter, and that dog is eating plants. I'm sorry. Oh, hello, Rico. This is Rico. Rare bird in the forest. Can you sit? No, he can't. I think I definitely wanted a different color to this album. Like I grew up a lot since writing couples therapy. I think with that, of course, like my perspectives changed. I think it's a bit darker when it comes to the beats. It's definitely in a different register, like musically, and I like the vibe that it gives, I'm Okay Now is I'm Okay Now. It was one of the first songs actually that I wrote off the album. I think it plays into the whole thought of like, yes, seemingly you might be okay on the outside, but you're not really okay. Like you're kind of a mess. The song, like the girl, she's waking up, she's wild hungover. Her best friend needs to roll her to joint. She needs to get some greens in her system, get her life together. But no matter what she does, one person's always just, there's always one. SMH, bruh. Closer is trifling. I think Closer, this is what I mean about like the different coloring of this particular album. I feel like a lot of times we romanticize the nice, fun parts of relationships, like, oh, we're in love and we're doing all of these things and it's happy and healthy and blah, blah, blah. Closer is not that. At the time, it was, a poor choice, doing something in a selfish way that probably wasn't right. And not probably, it wasn't right for you or the person involved, but y'all were being selfish, so, it didn't really matter, and, you made sure that they stayed closely. Brand new. Actually, wow, I lied. I did not write this whole album by myself. This one was written by my guitarist, Franklin Rankin. Frank's been my guitarist since the very beginning, which is wild. He wrote this one. I asked him, I was like, I want someone else to participate. Frank was like,
oh, I have a song for you.
And then he wrote this one. It's funny how other people write for you, but people who know you, so you're like, damn, is that what you think? It's a great song. It's about, a lot about a rebirth and coming back into your own after being in a shitty situation that you let someone put you in. Or rather, not that you let someone put you in, but that you stayed in voluntarily because you liked the person. It was good to actually have someone else kind of put into words my sentiments, because I would have said it, but it's cool to have somebody else take, their experience and color the language with it too. So yeah, that's brand new.
Blocking you, yes, I'm blocking you. Even your Venmo too. That's why I'm blocking you.
I'm blocking you. So I actually wrote this song after I blocked somebody, and I always said, I'm like, listen, I'm really gonna hate you if I block you on Venmo and Cash App. Like, I don't even want you to send me money.
That's so crazy.
So yeah, he sucked, and I blocked him, and then I wrote a song about how I blocked him on everything. Yeah, I'm glad he's blocked. I hope he goes to a place and tries him. It's just an interlude because I feel like it didn't need all that other information, and it's just, yeah, I'm blocking you, your text, your emails, your Venmo. I don't even want you to send me money. No, mad, you're gonna be someone that you don't even want their money. Boy Vision's a gym. I actually really like that song a lot, and it was one that I wasn't sure about when I was writing.
Just like the melody, you're feeling swing back to back. Try to get away from you, but I'm caught in your trap.
A lot of my my songs are about confusion. When I was writing this, I was in a very confused state, I guess. It's kind of like you know what you want and you know the things, but your vision's blurred to it. You end up making questionable choices all around because of your lack of clarity. That's blurring your vision, and you don't know what to do because you're all turned around and shit, and you hope you make the right choice. Spoiler alert, bad choice. But I hope you guys do better.
I don't wanna let you go, babe, but I think it's over for the show, babe. It's last call, the curtains closed, babe. Put on a good show, babe. Time for your applause, babe.
So Curtain Call, it's the second to last song on the album, and it's the only song that I'm rapping in. It was dope to be able to do something different. Everyone's very used to me being in a certain lane, and Mia sings like this, and we know what to expect from Mia. So it's always cool to throw out some new shit that people aren't expecting. I think Curtain Call was, when I wrote it, I needed a resolve to all of the chaos of the other songs of the album. There had to be some sort of not just a resolve to the album itself, but kind of girl, you can't be this messy all 7 songs. That's crazy. Get your shit together. So it's kind of the get your shit together song. It's we want to fuss and fight, you want to do all these things, but it's not right. So you need to, move on. Till you, and it might be my favorite song, which is crazy because I usually don't pick favorites of my children. But Till You might be my favorite song on the album because it's kind of while I was so sure and confident in Curtain Call that it was over and that's a wrap to the end of this conversation. Till You was inspired by an actual instance. I had stopped talking to a person. I walked into a bar.
And give me one reason why I should stay here. 'Cause seeing you now just confirms all my fears. And give me one reason why I shouldn't go home.
It's very much you think you're over everything and that, before you know it, or I guess when you're not expecting it, that very same thing you've been avoiding tends to pop back up. It's always it's like that saying, if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. You're so sure and so set and so headstrong on what you're about to do, but running into one person kind of changed the course of that. And I think it kind of leaves the album an uncertain note. People well, damn.
Did you go back to him?
I don't know, you'll have to listen to find out. Oh, definitely. I think it's definitely the first time I recorded Curtain Call. I think it was such a surprise because no one really expected me to be spitting. No, it was cool because it wasn't super planned. It was really unexpected. I was I think I could make this kind of work. So it was really cool to show that to my team and for them to, my manager knew I could do it. So I'm glad I got the second to really show them everything. You can get Midnight in Monte Carlo wherever music is streamed and sold. So Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, anywhere you consume your musical tunes, you can find me.